John Boy is the last of a Mohican. Fourth generation farmer. Some of this stuff I was able to get from my dad.
Yeah.
The training I got all from my dad and grandfather, you see? So, no, you know, I didn't have to get somebody to show me this. They were training me and I didn't even know it, you see? So, that type of farmer isn't what's going to be the next generation of farmers and the new beginning type of farmers. They're going to be doing something different than what I'm doing.
Vertical farming exploded 19.7% annual growth. The vertical farming market is projected to reach 13.7 billion by 2029. That's from 5.6 billion in 2024, meaning it's more than doubling in 5 years. Over 60% of American farms will use AI by the end of 2025. 60%. Guess who's going to help them build that infrastructure? You, if you learn it now. By 2025, over 60% of American farms are projected to use AI-driven precision agriculture technologies, according to FGD Dynamics, making artificial intelligence mainstream in farming. Indoor farming technology jumps 5 billion in 1 year. The global farming industry farming technology market is forecast to grow roughly 37 billion in 2024 to 42 billion in 2025, showing master investor confidence. Hydroponics dominate 47% of vertical farming. The hydroponics segment accounts for 47% of market share in 2024, proving soilless cultivation is becoming a standard. 30% of farmers get into it from apps. Over 30% of farmers use apps as their primary agricultural information resource, making generational shift from traditional advice channels. So that means that a lot of farmers should be utilizing apps. That's why I love to be able to give my brother exposure, because he has a type of knowledge that you probably couldn't get on the app, but should be on the app. Average farm size has changed since 1970s. The average farm size was 466 acres in 2024. It's only slightly greater now at 440 acres recorded in the early 1970s, showing efficiency gains from tech, but not scale. So they're getting better at farming, but they're not scaling the farming. That to me just kind of goes into effectiveness over efficiency. Then we have the net farm income expected to jump 26%. How many industries and careers that we can say is going to jump 26% this year? The net farm income is forecast to grow from 37.7 billion, which is a 26.4% increase from 2024 to 2025, suggesting agriculture is becoming increasingly profitable through technology adaptation, or adoption rather. Think about it. Some of the hardest things about farming, right, is the efficiency side, right? Not only that, from the accounting, from the tools that they have to use, and this is probably one of the slowest industries to grow. Now that robotics and technology and AI is getting into it, that can be a great niche for somebody that's utilizing AI or investing into these technologies, right? And or if you're thinking about getting into farming, a lot of people are thinking about how hard it is. Well, it's becoming easier. So groups that want to do the work, connecting with investors, creating new niche markets in farming, I think is a great industry for people to get into. As you're worried about jobs disappearing, think about the jobs that's going to be growing. You're going to have to create them. Study the industries of the now. Drone swarms harvest entire field in 60 seconds. So imagine utilizing drones. As you somebody right now, you teach your kid about drones, and you can teach them to be able to harvest an entire farm, right? There's so many new innovative ways that will come about in farming. I want to make sure that we're ahead of the technological curve. We haven't got our reparations, but we can get them in the skill sets and the knowledge that we teach ourselves. Renaissances don't happen because of what you're given. They happen because of the intention that if people take at a time where there's opportunity. So make sure we rebirth the markets that we want to see grow.
That was the longest 2 miles that I rode with him in that truck. And I got smaller and smaller and smaller. And when I got paid that Friday, I gave him 5 $1 bills back. He said, you give it to me the same way I give it to you, yeah? Because nobody has to give you nothing. And when I tell my kids this, they they can't grasp it. And if I don't help them right then, I ain't nothing, and they go into all kind of spoiled tantrums. See, so life and the way I was raised made me a man very, very quickly. That if you want to do something, you do it. And my daddy said, work, keep you out of jail. Work, raise your family. Work, give you money to pay your bills. Work is the answer, John, to elevating the next step of your life. If you want to have a good family, you got to go to work.
A lot of land was lost because there wasn't no trust and there was no will set up as well.
Yeah.
So then if it's not an irrevocable trust, then it goes to the courts and then you got your family fighting over it.